So guys, yeah, this is my combined 11. Of course, some of my friends who support Chelsea will be watching this video as well. I will be as fair as possible, and I will be speaking truth, and I will be speaking from the heart as well to what I feel. Remember, this is my opinion. If you guys got any players that you think I'm wrong about, comment down below as well. I am going to be going off by players' ability, not by form, by ability, who I think is better than who. And yeah, I've got friends who do watch Chelsea, who do support Chelsea, that do watch my channel. And if you guys are regulars to my channel, you might see one of my friends also posting about these big forks and spoons as well. It's just how my uncle did it here in Manchester. But anyway, starting off, David De Gea. There's like, for me, right, from the keepers that I'm gonna shout out right now, in it, right, David De Gea is better than all of them. Kepa, Edward Mendy, Caballero, Dean Henderson, Sergio Romero. David De Gea is better than all 5 of them, in my opinion. Like, for me as well, like I would say that like Dean Henderson and Sergio Romero can go out, right, in the Premier League, right, and start for teams. Like, if Dean Henderson can go back to Sheffield, he'll start for Sheffield. If Dean Henderson goes to Crystal Palace, he'll start for Crystal Palace. If Dean Henderson goes to Brighton, he'll start for Brighton. If Dean Henderson goes to West Ham, he'll start for West Ham. The same thing again with Sergio Romero. But can Kepa do that? Can Kepa really do that? Like, my friend, right, supports Chelsea, and he doesn't rate Kepa. So that's just coming from a Chelsea fan opinion as well. So hey, don't shoot the messenger. Edward Mendy right now, he's still like trying to prove himself. We've not heard from him. We've not heard from him aside from this season. You know, like he played in the French league, but nobody knew who he was. He wasn't balling out, because when players in France, right, are balling out, like, we know of him. Like, we didn't even know of Mendy. I know of Steve Mandanda. I know of Lafont and Alphonse Areola as well, the keeper that plays for Fulham right now, but he's on loan from PSG. I heard of those dudes, but never heard of Mendy. So David De Gea is in that. Right back, this is a toss-up between Cesar Azpilicueta, Wan-Bissaka, Reece James. Again, for me, I'm going off by ability. For me, like a right back right now who can attack and defend is Reece James. Wan-Bissaka, yes, is a great one-on-one defender. He's probably the best one-on-one defender in the Premier League. You know, he's like, his reactions and his slide tackles, like, and his tackling is absolutely insane. But going forward, he's terrible, and he used to be a winger as well. So that's one of the things to what confusing as well. If Wan-Bissaka gets his attacking and his crossing correct, he's gonna be on par with Trent. But I'm picking Reece James right now just because of the things what this guy can do. You know, he's strong, the guy can defend, he can attack, free kicks, corners, can play CDM. Reece James for me is my right back. My 2 centre backs, Eric Bailly and Thiago Silva. Eric Bailly is our best centre back in Man United. Period. He's better than Harry Maguire. He's better than Victor Lindelof. Like, whenever Eric Bailly plays, we rarely consider goal, but whenever Lindelof and Maguire play, was considered a goal a game. Bam, boom. A lot of fans know this now around the world. A lot of football fans know this in the Premier League. They know this. The commentators know this. Gary Neville knows this. Jimmy Carragher knows this. So for me, Eric Bailly is just there as well. Strong, crazy, puts his body on the line, athletic. You know, there. Thiago Silva, his resume speaks for himself. One of Brazil's greatest ever defenders. You know, like, he's a great centre back. He's been a good centre back since 2010. AC Milan, PSG, now at Chelsea, being a captain, leader. Thiago Silva is certainly up there. Throughout all these years, right? Throughout from like 2012 to now, well, to 2017, 18, it's always between him and Sergio Ramos for being the best centre backs all the time. You know, like team of the season. So yeah, Thiago Silva. Left back, it's between Alex Telles, Luke Shaw, Ben Chilwell, and Alphonso Davies. No, Alonso. forgot his name. No, it's Marcus Alonso. That's it. So it's between these 4 guys. And for me, right, I think that our 2 left backs are better than their Chelsea 2 left backs. I do genuinely think that, because when Alex Telles is playing, right, he's one of the best players on the pitch. He is, like, he's one of the best players on the pitch. The guy has done it everywhere he's gone. He's played for Inter Milan and bowled out. He's played for Porto and bowled out. He's a Brazilian player, fam. Like, he plays for the Brazilian national team. Like, he plays for the Seleção. So I'm not surprised about that, you know. And he's good, man. Luke Shaw as well. Same thing with Luke Shaw. Like, Luke Shaw was one of the best young kids. Had that leg break a few years ago. I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago now. Came back stronger than ever right now. Obviously, Telles is there as well, forcing him to play better, and those 2 guys are just leveling it up right now. But for me, I'm putting Luke Shaw just ahead of Alex Telles, because again, Luke Shaw can defend and he can attack. He's proven that right now, and I just hope that it continues from Luke Shaw as well, because I've always known that he was good, but it was just the whole fact now of him, like, achieving to what we thought he was going to be like when he was at Southampton. So that's my left back, Luke Shaw. In midfield, there's only 3 guys that stand out, first names on the team sheet, in my opinion. Those 3 guys, like my midfield, right? If I was a manager, when I'm sitting down, right, those 3 names are the first guys on my team sheet. First one, CDM and N'Golo Kante. No, there's nobody else like him. This guy can play on one leg and still ball out. This dude played the Europa League final injured and still managed to beat Arsenal 4-1. You know what I mean? Like, Kante is a freak of nature. Kante is really good, man. Nice dude as well. Likeable guy. You can never hate Kante, you know. Absolute player. Like, he's great, man. He's great. He just never gets tired, bro. And that season had as well with Chelsea, with the Leicester in 2016, where he won the Premier League, right? And then the following season we won the Premier League again, like back to back. 2 sick, man. World Cup winner as well. Like, for me, like, Kante is one of the best CDMs in the world. Top 5. Is definitely in there with Joshua Kimmich, in my opinion. He's definitely in there with Sergio Busquets as well. Like these guys are good, and Kante is he's the type of CDM that I also look for as well in a player. My other centre midfielder, Paul Pogba. No, nobody else like Paul Pogba. Complete player, fam. Complete midfielder this guy is, bro. The guy can pass. He can shoot from outside the box, inside the box. Can win headers. Can defend. Can dribble. He's strong. Like, there's nobody else like Paul Pogba, you know. And people right now, they are seeing this with Paul Pogba. I remember when Oli first came as well in 2018, when Mourinho left. Paul Pogba was one of our best players right now. He's proven that again, but gets injured a little bit too much though. But again, like, if Paul Pogba is to his best, he's one of the best midfielders in the world for me. Like, he's too sick, you know. So he's got so much ability. My other midfielder, Bruno Fernandez, game changer for us. Like this dude is an absolute machine, you know. Absolute machine. The guy can be having a 2 out of 10 game, right? 2 out of 10 game and still perform for us and still win us the game. Like, still wins the game, like, and people will call out Gianni, but he just got quality. From in my opinion, this guy just got quality, fam. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, people who I watch Man United play week in, week out, and whenever this guy doesn't play, we're dead. And then when he's playing, we're good. So he's our 5-star, you know. He's Bruno Fernandez. He is our Portuguese Magnifico. Honorable mention to 2 guys, Kai Havertz and Mason Mount. Kai Havertz and Bayer Leverkusen was sick, bro. Like, if Kai Havertz can get back to how he was when Kai Havertz from last year, Chelsea would be easily in the top 4, challenging for spot number 1 and 2. I'm like, the amount of money that Chelsea pay for Kai Havertz, it's a non-brainer. It is, but I don't know what's going on with him right now. He's just having a tough time. Maybe he's just trying to adapt to the league, and I think if he does adapt to the league, then he's going to be a great player. Probably even up to the heights of like Frank Lampard, in my opinion, because that's how good Kai Havertz is. Same thing with Mason Mount. Mason Mount right now, for me, he's saving Chelsea. The pause game that just went on against Southampton saved them, you know, being balling out. throughout this season, throughout last season as well. They're such a leader as well for Chelsea at such a young age as well. I do like Mason Mount, wavy player too, you know, and he's been impressing me, and I do think that he's Chelsea's player of the season so far, in my opinion. And then up front, this one was hard for me because on the wing, on right wing as well, you got Callum Hudson-Odoi. You got so this is right wing, so you got Callum Hudson-Odoi or Marcus Rashford. It's easy, man. Marcus Rashford, like this dude, as I always say, and I tell people, I tell my family members this, I tell you guys this, I tell my friends this, I tell everybody this, right? If Marcus Rashford, right, if he's direct and just not overthinking things, and he's doing the things what he did against Sheffield, PSG, West Ham, like Newcastle this previous week, if Marcus Rashford is out here, right, taking souls, putting people in the dirt directly, he's going to be a world beater, fam. He's going to be one of our greatest players for Man United. And then if he stops this overthinking things where he like starts like doing ball rolls, trying to take on the midfielder, the defense, the goalkeeper, and then he goes round the goalkeeper, goes round the goalpost again, and then tries to score. That's Marcus Rashford that I hate. If he's just literally direct and just taking souls, Marcus Rashford is one of the best players in the world, in my opinion. Definitely. The guy's got raw power, speed, the dribbling, the shooting this guy has ridiculous. The finishing as well, like it burst onto the scene in late 2016 as well. Like for me, like Marcus Rashford is definitely cemented in there. Left wing, this is between Ziyech and Pulisic. In my opinion, I'm gonna pick Christian Pulisic. The reason why I pick Christian Pulisic, because this guy, right, can give me nightmares, fam. Anytime, right? So when it was quarantine, a few months ago. So when it was quarantine, like around like June last year, so when the league came back and Pulisic was 100% healthy, the guy looked like Eden Hazard when he was playing football. He looked like Eden Hazard. Like this was crazy. Like I was thinking, I was like, why is Eden Hazard playing football right now for Chelsea when he should be in Real Madrid? And then I seen over time, I was like, oh, Pulisic. I was like, Pulisic is good, and this guy is absolutely sick. Pulisic is good, man, and it's just up to him. Like if he can stay healthy, you know, because if Pulisic is healthy, it's a problem for us in the Premier League, and it's just facts. It's just real, you know. Hakim Ziyech, yes, like right now he's having a tough time to how Donny is having a tough time as well in the Premier League. If as Ziyech can be like the Ziyech from Ajax, then he can probably slide in there as well and be on that same like wavelength as Pulisic. And then up front, there's this one. This one was hard for me to pick, but again, this is for me ability for a guy who's just got a like potential as well to even become even more better in the future as well. So yeah, so ability, guys. 4 strikers, I think 4 strikers that stand out for me, right? For I'll explain the quotation to the 4 in a bit. So number 1, Giroud. 2, Cavani. 3, Anthony Martial. And then number 4 is Tammy Abraham, but I don't think that Tammy Abraham is good enough to even play for both teams, in my opinion. I think that Tammy Abraham should be a guy who should be playing for Brighton, and it's just, I hate saying this, but I don't think he's good enough for Chelsea or Man United. It's just what I think. It's nothing personal against Tammy Abraham, you know. If he does get a better improvement along, then hey, it's props to him. But Giroud, for me, like Giroud's link-up play is ridiculous. Like Giroud is a baller, you know. Corona time, but Giroud is an absolute baller. The guy he's such a silky finisher, you know. Like whenever this guy, right, gets like a low cross, right, from like either the right side or the left side, his runs right to the front post and to actually finish it, and to actually finish the ball is good. It's good. It's top notch, you know. He's strong as well. I like Giroud. Cavani, same thing with Cavani. Cavani is up there with Lionel Messi, Lewandowski, Ronaldo, you know, as like the top scorers since 2010, like who scored the most goals. You know, he's up there in that list, in that chart. And for me, like I didn't want Cavani in the summer. I'll be honest with you. I was like, why was I signing Cavani? And then when he said that he's going to give everything to the badge, and I'm going to play my heart out, I was like, we'll give you a chance. And right now, he's actually doing well for us, he's balling for us, and he's showing hard work as well. You see extra footage of him outside of like football training, running on the treadmill. In game as well, he's tracking down defenders, he's tracking down midfielders. Like Cavani is sick. The runs he makes as well, absolute poacher. Like he's mental, he's mad. The 2 goals against versus Southampton, that just typifies Cavani, and it just typifies to why he's got that amount of goals as well. And then Anthony Martial, for me, I think that Martial, like if he can get this little thing of him of like he's showing a little bit more effort, because obviously right now he's in a bad run of games. It always happens to everybody as well. I have uploaded a video just earlier as well saying which players go on a bad run against. But if Anthony Martial, right, can like get out of this little slump and have the same season that I had last season, then yeah, it's definitely. But for me, I'm putting Martial in as well. I know my friend will say this, because Martial's a favorite player. No, it's because I've been watching Anthony Martial since 2015, mate, at Monaco in the Champions League, tearing Arsenal to bits. You know, comes to Man United, his debut season, slaps up Virgil van Dijk at Southampton. You know what I mean? Slaps up Liverpool. You get what I mean? Slaps up Chelsea. Like for me, this is why I like Martial as well, because whenever people are doubting him, he always comes back and just gives people the 1-2, just like that. People are talking trash about him in the Watford game last season. Humiliates the Watford defense, lobs the ball over Ben Foster, slaps Arsenal. Like, you know, like for me, Martial's too wavy, fam, and that's why I'm definitely putting him there. But again, there's few players that I've missed out as well, and the honourable mentions like is Callum Hudson-Odoi, absolute baller in my opinion. Billy Gilmore as well, up and coming great young player, you know. Mason Greenwood, you know, Mason Greenwood is like my second favourite player at Man United, and I didn't put him in because there was obviously like more quality there, you know. But guys, that's been the video. I hope that you enjoyed this long video. I hope that you enjoyed me just ranting about all these like players and just talking nonsense. But if you got any thoughts, comments, concerns, or your opinion as well of your combined 11, just comment down below, and I will check it out. I do read all comments, and I do reply back to all comments as well. Aside, if you're my friend Paul talking nonsense, commenting nonsense, then I won't do that, because I know what you're doing. But guys, yeah, I've been persistent doing my combined 11 of Chelsea versus Man United, guys, and the game is at 4:30, I think, on Sunday, and I'm signing out. Peace.